Now, in the day's other news, divers in Thailand have rescued a further 4 boys from a flooded cave complex, bringing the total brought to safety so far to 8. The boys are said to be cold, but otherwise in good condition. All 8 are in quarantine in hospital and are yet to be reunited with their parents. The Thai Navy SEALs leading the rescue operation say they plan to bring the remaining 4 footballers and their coach out tomorrow. Lucy Williamson reports from the scene.
Police helicopters over Chiang Rai have come to signal hope. Inside this one, a 5th boy, pulled today from deep inside the mountain and flown to join his teammates in hospital. His identity kept private, even as his arrival here makes global news. A week ago, this mission was seen as almost impossibly risky, but with every success, confidence in the British-led team here has grown, as the monsoon rains have so far largely held off. Ivan was one of the rescuers in the cave that first day, stationed near one of the route's most difficult parts to replace the divers' empty tanks, help guide the boys through and deal with problems.
I was very scared because when I saw the diver and the kid in the horizon, we can't see that far, but maybe about 50 meters, I still didn't know if it was a casualty or if it was a kid. So I was very scared. It didn't feel good. But when I saw that he was alive and breathing and seemed to be all right, yeah, it felt very good. It felt very good, yeah.
What did you learn from that first day?
Well, one of the very difficult things in the cave is communication. Talking inside the cave is very difficult. You need to be very close. If you're more than just 5-10 meters away, the echo and the water and everything, it's incredibly hard to understand. And misunderstandings and high complexity that leads to very bad situations. So we need, and we plan for that, we need to keep the communication very simple.
Thai children are warned about this mountain by their grandparents, that it swallows people and doesn't let them out. So far, this operation has proved that adage wrong. 8 children have been counted out of its caves. 4 more are waiting with their coach for their rescuers to return tomorrow. Well, there's great relief here amongst rescuers about how this operation is going, but Ivan told me that before it all began, they'd been through every single little thing that might possibly go wrong. In the end, he said, it didn't. And at least after that first day, there was great euphoria amongst the rescuers, slapping of backs, big grins from ear to ear. The children must have been frightened, he said, but when they drifted past me, they seemed absolutely fine. Going into this final phase, perhaps tomorrow, when people go in to try and bring out the remaining people trapped inside that cave, the problem, he says, is complacency, because it's going so well. When we go in tomorrow, he said, we need to be as nervous as we were before.
Lucy, thank you. Well, the rescue efforts at the cave system have continued to capture the attention of Thailand and the world. Fergus Walsh looks now at why the operation to bring the boys to safety is so complex and challenging.
The operation to rescue the remaining boys and their coach from deep beneath this mountain has been risky, complex and daring. They've been stranded about 2.5 miles from the entrance of the Tham Luang cave system. Getting them out one by one involves them walking, wading, crawling and for long periods diving through murky, muddy water. There are narrow passages, sharp inclines and descents. 2 divers accompany each boy. The youngsters, aged 11 to 16, are given full face masks and air tanks so that they can breathe normally. There's a guide rope to help them through the tunnel and replacement air tanks at key points. Now, where the tunnels are flooded, the escape method involves the boy being attached to a diver, hugged underneath their body. But there are pinch points. One hole narrows to around 15 inches, so they have to squeeze through on their own with their air tank being carried on ahead, one diver in front, the other behind. It's a perilous operation. Just how dangerous was underlined last week when this former Thai Navy SEAL died from lack of air while travelling through the flooded chambers. But the Thai authorities say the threat of monsoon rains causing further flooding made this rescue essential. The whole exhausting journey takes several hours. Once the boys emerge, they're given a rapid physical check. And there are fears, though, that some may have dangerous lung infections. Longer term, it's the psychological impact which is a key concern, helping these children, some not yet teenagers, to come to terms with the trauma of their terrifying ordeal.
Fergus Walsh there. The time is 19 minutes past.